Hello, good evening, and bollocks.
Hello.
2021. Woo.
Yes, it's great, isn't it? I think they're going to actually have the whole year as lockdown this year.
Hopefully.
Who thought 2020 was bad? At least we had like 3 months open. 2021 is going to be a year to remember. Full lockdown.
Yeah. 365 days of lockdown.
Starters for me to go on, eh?
Good thing, Nips. Did he need it? He was getting a bit too confident that he had.
He was getting a bit cocky, wasn't he? Thinking,
he was.
Escape the mute tonight.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah. Wrong.
You'll have to excuse me. Our central heating died on Sunday. We've had no hot water and no heat since Sunday.
That's not good.
Hence why I'm cuddling a wheat heat pad, because it's like 3 fucking degrees in here.
You can't beat a wheaty warmer.
I feel like I should be on my period or something.
No, that's just Boris. That's what he does. That's what he does to you.
Oh, what a con.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome, and thanks for waiting, and thanks for the patience. We maybe forgot to announce that we were going to start half an hour later because we were waiting for the 2 people who still aren't here, who said that half an hour was enough. So
we're gonna have to have Jay on or something instead at this point.
Yeah. But good evening to Matt and good evening to Alex. Alex is here on Twitch. Why are you on the show? Click the Zoom link, Alex.
Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub. 17-month streak. 17 months. That's dedication. You're more dedicated than I am, mate.
And evening to Laith, Ben, good Abend, Jay, fuck off. Good Abend, Ilse, Matt, good evening. Phil, are you sleeping still? Maybe.
He probably is.
Yeah. Eref Toft to Shy, and god kväll till Johan.
God kväll.
I think I need a Carlton dance as well.
Kaz, did you just sniff your finger?
Let's get all your subs in now. Starters were meant to go on. Cheers, Martin.
Perky, you can feck off too.
He's just tucked in with his pipe and slippers, hasn't he?
Oh, we've got the hype train. We have a hype train. David, thank you very much for your sub. Ooh, good evening, Alex.
Alex is
Can you hear
here.
me? Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you.
And you're crystal clear in focus.
I'm not. The focus is something going wrong with it. It's also look at. God, why did I change things?
How we all been? Did we have an awesome Christmas and a fantastic fucking New Year?
No.
Let's move on then.
Let's forget that ever happened.
Get that in the bin.
Yeah.
So the only thing I miss on Twitch is the ability to use GIFs. That's the only
We
thing.
need to add that.
Yeah. But yeah, it was quiet. It was quiet here in New Year's. Like the streets are usually filled with fireworks, like burned out fireworks. When I usually drive home from my friend around 1-2 o'clock or something. There's literally nothing here this year.
Dead
I
as
had,
a dodo.
I had a few in my pond from next door. That's about it.
You
What
want
if
to
you-
fish in your pond?
No. I did have new tadpoles, though, earlier this year, or last year.
So you now got frogs.
They did turn into newts, but then they were only stayed little, and then I noticed a lot of birds hanging around there, so I think they all got gobbled up.
Oh,
With the circle of life.
All of a sudden about the circle of life.
Evening to Mick as well. Alex, what are you vaping on tonight?
I don't even know what I'm doing. What are we doing? Where are we?
Are you vaping on?
We just started.
Hang on. Is it going to focus?
Oh,
Put it on your forehead.
Penguin V2 Visionary mods with the Ha and the Dwarf drip tip.
yeah, I've spotted that.
Oh,
Doesn't the Visionary come with the matching drip tip?
I never thought of doing that.
It did, but Teflon, man. Teflon is the best tip.
OCD, man.
Oh, it looks awful. I mean, it's like Chandler territory, but in the mouth hole, you can't beat it.
Oh,
On that.
you should have taken the drip tip from the Type 2 and put it on.
No, I got rid of the Type 2.
Yeah, I know. You should have kept the drip tip.
Well, it didn't fit, did it? It bloody wobbles.
Oh, okay.
Well, you got to change the O-ring, apparently. That's what's out. And inside, I've got nice custard cream, which isn't going to focus through anyway, which I mixed July 2019, so it's nice and steeped. And it's not wicking very well in this cold weather.
Have you just taken that out of an oil pan?
Near enough. Near enough.
That looks like a filthy transit.
The benefit of having a garage, you can just tap liquid and bring it home. Why not?
And that's literally the only thing I'm vaping on today. I was on the Reflex earlier, but that's downstairs. Got to go get it. It's just a pod. You know what it looks like. Most of us anyway.
New one on me.
What, the Reflex?
Oh, sorry, I thought you said a pod.
No, yeah, Reflex.
Charged it last night.
Was I the first one who went? Or was I the last one who went?
You were first.
Okay, well, we'll go up to Mark.
Reflex. I refilled it, recharged it last night, and I've probably used about 1/4 of a mil today. Still enjoying it. Still makes me feel sick because my brain doesn't know when to stop.
You gotta smoke it. You don't have. You shouldn't vape it.
No, I
the way you
don't. I'm
used to vape
smoking
it.
it.
You
That's the
should smoke
problem. I'm smoking it far too much. I don't like the word smoke. I'm using it far too much, and I sort of hit my 4th, 5th pull on it, and I'm like, why did I do that? Why?
Really? Already on the 5th pull.
What milligram are you using?
12.
Yeah, you might. I reckon I'm going to lower it to 6. I think in Reflex.
The
Because I
12's
find
my
that at
day.
work.
12's my day today, so I'm kind of stuck with it. I wasn't going to mix anything up new just to try something. I've got a handful of ting in front of me tonight. I literally just put a battery in the hearth. Not that you could fit a battery in the hearth, but yeah, use my
Just
hearth.
maybe.
Running that at, what am I running that at? 0.3 at 35 watts. Don't sound like me, does it?
How you finding it?
All right.
'Cause you didn't
Dave,
like- did
Dave,
you
what's
did
up
like
with
it
that
first,
soda
didn't you?
pop? Send him some soda pop. Laith won't shut up about soda pop.
Who's soda pop? What are you talking about?
Laith, he's saying you need to get soda pop for MTL.
Soda pop. Oh, that's Doodah face. James Blythe. Yes. I need to drop him a message, actually. I'm devastated, right? So for Christmas, my mother got my daughter a pair of Heelys.
Yeah.
So Christmas Day, we're in the street.
But you can't go out.
Yeah, you can.
You can exercise.
Okay.
Put bars on everyone's doors and while we're in the chat.
As much as they'd like us to.
You never
yeah.
know borders, you know.
Yeah,
Tier
that would be
14.
nice. Yeah.
So we'd popped one of the wheels in each heel. We'd gone outside, and she just couldn't get it. She was all over the place. So where did that dong come from? It never used to dong before. Anyway, so Lindsay says to me, "We're outside. I've got a hoodie on, and all my shit's in my pouch in my hoodie, and I think he's on wank cam." Outside, Lindsay's like, pass me the tool to get the other thing out the bottom of the heel. Puts my hand in my pouch, grabs the tool, pulls my hand out, billet box bounced on the concrete.
Ooh.
I sulked for about an hour. Christmas Day, I sulked like a bitch. Honest to God.
Was it broken?
It's not broken. It's just now battle scarred.
Aww.
Have to get it
Hera
sandblasted and cerakoted.
Yeah, made me sad.
Christmas Day as well.
Bless you.
I got the right ump, and of course it was all Lindsay's fault for her asking for a tool.
That's
Oh, for fuck's
that's what you get. A
Yeah,
tool and a broken box.
And other than a few other random bits in front of me, I've still not handed this rent money over yet to my mate.
Wait, Nips, didn't you remove Diddy's? Did you give him the full 600 seconds?
I thought someone unmuted him because it said message deleted and then it changed. I assumed you unmuted him, Martin.
No!
Oh,
Oh,
God. Well. Happy New Year, Diddy. Welcome to lockdown culture.
Yeah.
Oh, and he got-
Did
he
he
had a-
get in the bin? No, that was of course not supposed to happen.
A full timeout.
Full 5 minutes.
Why did it change to
Bless him.
from message deleted though? It changed and showed his message. So I thought, oh, he's been unmuted, lad. It's fine. I'll leave it. Oh well.
Jananda,
It's happened again.
what you vaping on?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yow.
I actually brought in a few things that are linked to presumably what we're talking about a little bit later. So I'll try and leave them over there. So in that case, I've got SVB box with the Requiem on the top and some Lust from just had Nick from code.org. Whatever it is anymore. I can't remember. I can't keep up. It keeps changing it.
Not now.
It's just add Nick. Just Google just add Nick. You'll find it. Which is very nice. Strawberry yogurt.
Oh, sounds lusty.
It's lush. You should call it lush. It was nice. Is that a strawberry yogurt by any chance, Martin? That you just waved at the camera?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
different brand though, but
Different brand. I'll have to give that one a go and do a direct comparison. That
I
would be
missed the Jago rap. Was the Jago rap released?
nope.
Is that done it yet? Okay.
No.
Is it, I keep seeing the odd one. I'm not sure that the odd ones where he's wearing balaclavas and whatnot. Things. Yeah.
Well, studio albums coming out when, Martin? March?
Depends on how the artist works and
Is
no.
Yeah.
Is he releasing an album?
He wants,
Get in!
he wants to time it with his UK tour, but he wants to wait until lockdown's lifted.
But channel, there is actually a topic you can go to in the group, and you can so all the videos where
Yeah.
he's singing so on, they get attacked. So you can just go to that topic and see all the videos.
Okay, we're gonna have to pull them all together. We're gonna have to release. We're gonna have to get him on Spotify.
Plus, they're
So-
actually also all on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Talking of Spotify, I hear a certain podcast made it to Spotify.
Yes, Yeah, I managed to suddenly realise because it was a nightmare when we first started. You couldn't just publish to Spotify. Well, you could.
Well, now they're desperate for content, so.
Yeah, it was a case of it was all right so long as you used a certain podcast hosts. If you used something different, it was like, yeah, well, we're not fussed. Well, you just carry on. We ain't bothered if you use something else. And because I was on SoundCloud, Spotify didn't like it.
Nope.
But I thought, we'll just have a look, see if it's changed. And it has. I just went on, and it was just a case of sign up, put me RSS feed in, there it is, and it's on Spotify. So yeah.
Congratulations to you and the boys.
Vaguely vaping related podcast now available on Spotify. And just because Johan asked, he went, no, it needs to be on Deezer. So, oh God.
Tidal.
So I had a look on Deezer, and it was exactly the same. So I put it on Deezer as well. So there you go.
Have you got any way of tracking
just for
centrally?
fun,
Do you got any way of tracking centrally how many views, listens, subscribers, and stuff you've got?
I can track on Spotify what Spotify does, so I can see who's listened and followed on Spotify. And SoundCloud has a global stats for everything that's pulled down off it. I think what Spotify does though is, I think Spotify, because all of us, when I signed up for Spotify and Deezer, all of a sudden I got like 160 listens. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I think they've just downloaded all of the episodes and are hosting them on Spotify. If they're doing that, I might not get my hits on SoundCloud because it will only class Spotify as one listen, and then Spotify will stream it onto whoever listens, if that makes sense.
What do you search for? Is Late asking for on Spotify?
Just put on Spotify, just type vaguely vaping, and it should be the first one that comes up. Give it a go. Go on, tell us in chat whether you found it or not.
Just for the fun of it, I don't presume you're gonna make millions off it, but do you get money for a listen or?
Do a bod.
Okay.
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
That's what they keep, all the artists are like, we need to make shorter tracks so we get per track, and then they listen to more tracks because we get paid more.
Yeah. So as I was filling it out, Spotify's going how you can use it to monetize your to your podcast. They basically went, if you want to leave in the adverts that you would normally put into your podcast, that's absolutely fine. We'll just put our adverts round it. Right. Okay. So I can use my own adverts. That's fine. You're going to add some extra adverts to it, but I get diddly squat from that. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
So if you don't use your adverts and just use their adverts, do you get money from it?
Nope, not a sausage.
So what you do is you sell a 30-second segments. Joe, like the beginning of most. This session was brought to you by Squarespace. Here you can have a shit website with shit speeds and only offer one payment processing option that doesn't work. And then get paid for it individually.
Yeah. So yeah, if you know anybody that Vapor Bay, what do you reckon? Vapor Bay adverts?
Yeah. I'll pay you. What can I give you?
What we can do, we can set it up an affiliate link.
A $5. Do you know? I'll take that.
That's a start. Don't plan
I'll
anything.
take that.
What's that for? Good for 5 years?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What you could do, we could set up an affiliate on your website, Alex. So anyone that follows that link, it will record what people buy through that link, and you can give him a percentage of what he earns.
I can't take you seriously that on your own.
I'm cold, all right.
What is it? A tartan beanbag?
We have no heating
Why have you got no heating?
because the boiler died on Sunday, and we're waiting for parts to come.
Oh no!
So not only are we being forced to stay at home, we're being forced to stay at home in fucking Antarctic conditions, and my 5-year-old, bless her, she's gone to bed tonight with a hot water bottle, two blankets, and a quilt, and she's still freezing cold.
Oh, bless her.
Not got a sleeping bag.
It's not like it's due to snow this evening or anything like that, is it?
Is it?
Well, apparently. I don't know whether it is down Leicester, but it might do up here.
They can fuck right off.
Snake Pass is shut.
No. Oh yeah, 10 o'clock.
There you go.
Fuck off.
It's going to snow down this
Hey!
far.
Mark, a nice covering of snow over the roof might give you a nice little bit of insulation.
I'll
That is
just,
true.
I'll
No,
just
we
go
just,
and
we
lie
just
in the
getting
garden.
rain down here. Melted by the time it gets down there.
Bless her. And Lindsay just came upstairs, got us some pre-mixed cocktail things. So she's got, what is it, margarita?
Yeah.
So it's margarita mix, and then you just add tequila to it. I'm sat here, that's why I disappeared till I heard, oh shit. She trips up the stairs and throws up the stairs.
Oh,
I
wow.
want to try it, What's it like?
It's not cold because I didn't put ice in it because I thought that was just fucking Antarctic.
Didn't.
Hang on, you've got no heating, and you're wanting cold drinks with. Oh my God, what?
That's why they haven't put ice in it. Hang on, where's the salted rim?
Yeah, salt round the rim and a slice of lemon.
My
wrapped
mouth
round-
can't take
wrapped
that.
round a gold brick.
Stairs liked it.
Stairs liked it. Anyway. Where are we at?
So-
who's
Still
vaping
better than
what?
throwing a BB on the concrete.
Sorry, Chandler, you were telling us what you were vaping on.
That's all right. And my other one, I've got. I found mine. I dug my box out with the ridiculously large 15ml bottle because a 15ml bottle with the Riviera just spot on.
Every time you show me that mod on the inside, I feel like sushi.
It's like I don't care. It's 15ml.
It's not a bad thing. I like sushi.
It's perfect. It's perfect for the RDTA. I don't have to
Try and
change.
mix up a sashimi and wasabi juice to go in there.
Yeah, and I've got I've got a Japanese totem on my wrap, so kind of goes a little bit.
It looks like it could be a probiotic drink, to be fair.
Is the battery wrap upside down or not? I can't tell.
Yes, yeah, it's the right way up. It's the right way up, but the battery is positive down.
So that's the wrong way up.
So that's so the battery wrap's upside down.
If you hold it upside down, it's the right way around.
You're Scrooging me for having it upside down and you don't have it yourself?
No, I've got it the right way. Well, it depends how you look at it. The right way up. I mean, that's the positive, and the battery wrap is that way up.
Guildfly, Chandler, I love that red
Safe.
squint mod that you have.
The red squint mod.
Mod.
What? It's orange.
Oh,
Is that a squint mod? Squonk mod.
Oh,
was it supposed to say squonk instead
right,
of squint?
okay. I'm with you.
I think it was a yeah. It's nice, isn't it? And look. I'm sorry, but these mods were crying out for the dinky cuboid, the square.
Yeah.
Oh, does it fit good?
Fit is perfect. I mean, look at that. You've got perfectly flat squonk bottle on the front.
Might as well use the
Tiny
same
gap
space that it takes up for more capacity.
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean,
Like one or 2 milliliters more or something like that.
it's about a mil more.
Yeah.
That was the. It came with an orange matchy orange bottle, which is nice, but it's round. So, it's.
And you just can't put a round bottle in a square box. Fuck's sake.
I know. Thing is, I want to do it.
weird juices. We mentioned the wasabi. You remember we had the weird juices vape shell bin where I found a durian fruit.
Yeah.
I saw someone the other day who posted that like it it tastes alright, but it smells like shit, and it's never gonna come off the RTA. And then he'd put durian juice in his fucking RTA. He's like, I'm gonna have to put it through the ultrasonic like 10 times before maybe it's halfway on.
That's the only problem with anal, isn't it? It ends up smelling like shit. Anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd like to get a dinky. I'd like to get a cuboid in there. The only problem with this is it's got a round cradle, so I'm going to have to.
Get Dremel out.
I'm going to have to attack it. I think I'm going to attack it with a scalpel that I heat it a little bit so it's nice and hot, and it will just slice through the plastic like hot butter.
In theory.
In theory.
Hot butter.
All right, Delia.
Yeah, more. Delia.
Delia.
I was aiming for what's her face. More.
Moira.
Nigella.
Yeah. I was aiming for a bit more Nigella. I was just wondering why that door didn't fit.
I'm not sure you could handle her, to be honest.
Nigella.
Yeah.
Well, she's older than me, isn't she?
And Lindsay wants to know where your gimp suit is.
Yeah, I can't. I'll get booted off Facebook and everything.
You fucking deviant, you.
Look at that, first day of lockdown, right? First day of lockdown, and I'm that bored out of my brains. I'm pissing around with TikTok. Oh dear, it was funny though.
Well, Diddy has a point. Instead of using a Dremel or something else, you just use the angle grinder on the mod.
Angle
That
grinder.
always works.
No, it's so pretty.
Yeah, but it'll work. Angle grinder fixes everything, you know.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could use an angle grinder. I could then probably have a sod it, just have a 60ml bottle attached to it.
Sorry, is that where you do? Is that what dating app you use, Martin?
Huh?
Angle grinder.
Oh, I misheard. Sorry.
No, that's just grinder without an E.
He even knows how it's spelled. I didn't even know that.
I can't believe you haven't used that joke before. It's like every show Diddy is here and mentions angle grinder. So. Touche.
Oh dear. So yeah. Oh, and I've got the Nata Framböder in there. A Framböder. So I've got a couple of other things on the go, but we're gonna. I'm taking it you haven't done the best worst whatever we're planning.
No, yeah.
Is it spoilers? Sorry, spoilers. Sorry.
Yes, Diddy, I salute the angle grinder sect. I worship it. I am a convert.
I'm sorry. All I can think of now is Grinder. Now you're saying that, it's just.
Yeah, you and your wet dreams, you know. Oh. 510 is probably connected. What?
Feels like he's got some issues with his mech squonker.
Oh.
Hey Mark, at least a few years back, it used to be a case of if your heating broke, you had a fireplace that you could crack out.
To be fair, we have got a gas fire in the front room.
Okay.
That's no good when you're in bed.
Gillfly?
Or a hangout, for that matter.
Which wing next squonker do you have? Like, have you checked the bottom and the top if the battery isn't connecting totally? Maybe you need to bend one of the top ones.
You see, the best way of doing that, if you pop a battery in and pop it in the microwave, what it'll do, it'll start to seal down the contacts.
Ignore him.
On a serious note, maybe also, again, depending on which... Oh, it's an Athena.
I think we've worked out the problem.
Is it a Oh, that's harsh.
No, Athena weren't bad for the price. It's kind of like with Wasp Nano, you know. Athena, decent mod for an exceptional price.
Isn't the RRP £7.50?
Hang on.
Something
The
like
Athena, hasn't it got a lock-off switch on the front?
Yeah, it has. I don't. I'm just presuming now that Gillfly isn't that blonde that he hasn't checked the locking mechanism.
Yeah. Is
He's ginger though, so
it's not. It's not a mech though, is it? Has it got a wired switch?
No, it is. It's just a switch that you can push up that stops the button from.
Okay, so it's a metal contact that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the standard.
Do the contacts? Is it just something as simple as cleaning the contacts?
Gilfly, keep the Athena for like affectional value or something, but yeah, buy something else. Best advice.
Bit of Brasso. Take the contacts out. Polish up the contacts. Make sure it's all nice and shiny. Put it back together again. If it doesn't work, bin it. Yeah.
Nips.
Buy something else.
Nips.
Oh, what am I vaping on? Well, I've got 2 poverty spec vapes tonight, indeed. Still on the Reflex. Sorry, not the. Well, I've got the Reflex, but not here.
This is the Reflex.
This is the Reflex XL. No, the Nautilus Prime with Steam Island Jolly Lemonade in, which I absolutely love that. I think it's a really good lemonade, one of the best ones that I've had. Quite enjoying that. And I've also got something for you, Mark, tonight that you'll appreciate. Check out the knurling. Top and bottom. It is the Glaz Mini MTL RTA, which it's okay. I mean, it's got 4 holes under the coil, so it's not the tightest, but it's all right. I got it free, so I'm not going to complain.
Got to be the biggest mouth-long RTA ever made, isn't it?
Probably. And it's on top of the Odin Mini, which makes it look small.
I was going to say, it looks teeny tiny on top of that.
With the dwarf
the
black
dwarf.
grip tip. There you go. So, and in that I've got some Paraxu by Indogene, which is like a tobacco and grape. It's quite nice. Quite interesting. It's a bit musky, like grape musk, but it's definitely different. I'll say that.
You can taste the tannins then.
Musky grapes.
Yes, definitely. Very savoury. I've also got that I've not tried yet. Kona Packer, which is like a coffee, latte tobacco. So that should be quite nice, but I've not tried that yet. I've been enjoying.
Are they Melibush juices?
Are they what?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Are they from Melibush?
Yeah, basically, I think it was like a collaboration between them and Druid's Brew, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're really good. Well, I've tasted that. It tastes gorgeous. I've been enjoying those at the moment. King's Custard. Don't know if any of you have ever had.
Jimmy still going?
Still going. This one's Loganberry. It's very nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and of course, I'm drinking that. Martin will be pleased to know.
I quite like that Hop House. It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Really good on tapping spoons.
Yeah,
I think what spoons is.
It's Guinness. I don't remember actually. What's that? Is that like a utensil? It's made by Guinness. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. So, Martin.
Just have to comment that, of course, Gilfly, there is the ultimate solution for the problem with your Athena mod, and Diddy has, of course, provided it. Angle Grinder would take care of it.
The angle grinder.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm still on my Seduce and my Imperia. I'm wiggling my microphone. With Future Juice! As Lloyd would say it, mango passion fruit. Absolutely loving that. And still, every fucking day on this teeny tiny hottie thingy with the big case. Was it last Tuesday? Someone asked me here if I would recommend this for a newbie, or was it somewhere else? I think it was another place. I wouldn't recommend this for a new vapor. I would recommend the OG caliber because it's cheaper and it's much simpler because you don't have a case and shit like that. But that much battery time and the pod's amazing. Exactly like Caliber and Coco, so yeah. Can't find the bottle, but I've got some Nick salt in there. 20 milligram. And last but not least, some shitty thing fell off the wagon from Israel.
What the hell's that? Good God.
Wow.
It's the Hades from the End Design.
Look, Martin, send it.
There you go,
Send it.
yeah.
Send it my way. I'll dispose of it for you.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Shy's?
21,700. Sorry?
Is that from Shy?
That is from Shy, Ewell, and Max. And they're still camera shy. This is still one of the test mods. But they have promised that they will be present on the show sometime during January. So I'm going to hold them to that.
Yeah, Shy said he was coming on to me.
To what?
I like your fancy button.
Yeah, the button is one I kept from back when I had a billy club, and I had it made from a guy called Dave in US. So it fits.
Oh, USA Dave.
It's nice.
Yeah, Dave Tufts. So it's like an iris thingy. He does all kinds of buttons. He has also actually done some the end buttons with their logo. So really enjoying that. I'm just a bit mad at myself today for when the first bottle was empty, that I then filled in the strawberry yogurt because I don't like it that much. It tastes weird.
Well, strawberry yogurt.
Maybe it's because I'm comparing too much with the Miyaki Korean yogurts, which are different kind of yogurt. But
Which one's at the Jago?
yeah,
That's because it's a strawberry yogurt, whereas the other ones are like petit flou.
Here we go.
exactly.
There you are. I think that's what this
I'm
lust
not
is
hating
like.
it, but it's just not the same. I'm kind of getting more accustomed to it the more I vape it. It's not a bad strawberry yogurt. I'm just had different expectations because, well, I like the, as you say, the petit Danone yogurts. So, well, it's awesome. Put the Skyfall on. Gave that another chance. I've never really got accustomed to it. So threw in a new 0.3 ohm coil, Alien. What he's saying, Shah, he says, I promise nothing. I have it in writing, so...
Yeah. He did say, well, maybe underneath, to be fair.
No. I have it in writing in a DM, you know?
He told me as well he was coming on.
Somebody must have, hijacked his phone or something,
So yeah, gonna
Shay,
beat this up.
Shay, I'm
Spitz,
giving you an out.
And,
I'm giving
and
you
tell
an
them
out.
my worst about it, and yeah. But so far it's a really nice mod. It's really comfortable with the shape of it. Like this part is in here, so that like no sharp edges. Really fits snug. And yeah, button placement, perfect for firing.
I have so many questions, but we'll
Basic
wait for the
battery
guys.
size?
We'll wait for the guys to come on.
Yeah, we will. That's me. Well, Shah, you do, but I have it in writing that you said you've come on. So
You're not supposed to.
Ask one question, please.
What battery does it take, Martin?
21,700.
Yes!
Yes.
Get in! There you
So,
go. That's me happy. I've only got two
Really isn't that
21,700 batteries.
It really what's it called? Compressed down to smallest possible features. Yeah.
Cool. So we have had a funny old year. It's been one thing after another, and obviously.
But just this year so far.
Yeah, this year so far.
This year, been mental.
Last year was a bit of a cunt as well.
Only 5 days in, it's like, what the fuck?
For fuck's sake, I like 2020 and 2020. I could still have things sent from UK without fucking having to worry about customs and shit.
I ain't nick nothing. I ain't nick nothing or nothing. A good evening, Marsky. Good to see you, mate.
Good evening to all people.
Did you insult him about him being 5'6" earlier?
I honestly thought he was taller than that. But then again, my premonition of feet and inches isn't that good because I measure in centimeters.
He's about 93, I think.
On his tiptoes is a meter.
Yeah. With his high heels on. Is it snowing up there, Mark?
Well, honestly, Mark, I thought you were taller than 5'6". I thought you were closer to 6. It doesn't count to compare with Mark because Mark is like 8 feet or something like that. Maybe 9. I don't know.
Yeah, Mark's
What am I?
about-
I'm for you lot about 210.
I thought it was 120, surely. I mean, that's ridiculously
For
tall.
210 centimeters.
Yeah.
Does that mean you don't fit through doors?
Nope. Doors are
Yeah,
six,
sure.
doors
Yeah,
are
so-
6'6". I'm 6'9".
Imagine him in the Shire.
Hang on. Hang on.
He'd have to
She got a duck under every door.
Why does Chandler look like a Renaissance painter?
What?
That's how he always looks,
Why
isn't
can't
it?
you?
Is it the scarf, maybe? Maybe it's
Oh,
red.
I've got this is my fancy COVID mask. Look, see.
It's because he invented painting in the Renaissance era.
You bought a house so he can't go through the doors.
Could have been worse.
No. I don't think he can actually buy a house where he can go through the doors. To be fair.
Well, modify it at least.
Oh my god! I'm just thinking of my grandma's old house. The door at the top of the stairs was literally 5 foot tall.
Shit. Well, your grandma, she was what, 4'8" or something?
It was there was a step to get in. You had to duck under to get through the door to the bathroom.
Why do you look like a Renaissance painter, Chandler?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Because he was there.
Yeah. I was
Maybe
He
friends.
taught Da Vinci everything
I
he
was
knew.
friends with Descartes. It's true.
But do you also know Des O'Connor?
Desi's dead.
Did you know him?
Did I know? Yes, great friends with. Also know the Queen.
And
Yeah,
Jesus.
we used to.
Which one of them?
The Queen and I, we used to play together. Both me, Her Royal Highness, and Freddie Mercury. We also all went to
You
the
went
same
to
school.
boarding school with Queen Victoria the First, right?
That's right, Freddie Mercury, and
And RuPaul. He's the biggest queen I know.
RuPaul
And Liz won.
and Elizabeth I. Absolutely.
Yeah, Matt, that was Queen Victoria. It's true.
Anyway, as I was saying, last year was a bit of a shitty year. I was thinking about this earlier, and what really happened in 2020, other than I put on 4 stone, my blood pressure went through the roof, I got very cold. No, that was 21. What really did happen? There's nothing that stuck out to be. Good evening, Lump. Good to see you, buddy. There was nothing really that stood out for me. Not to be awesome. There was a handful of stuff that was exceptionally shit in my opinion, but you'd expect that from me nonetheless. But I was curious to both those of you in chat, your highs and lows of 2020 in relation to vaping. But also our panel. I have a couple of greats. I don't really have any fuck-a-doodle-doo, that was awesome, mate. Why did I go Australian?
I don't know, boy.
I blame Lump for that.
What, Australia?
Mullin One Reviewer of the Year again. Pretty much sums up 2020. Anyway.
That's true, but I guess you can just ask who voted then.
Yeah, so does anyone have any fuck-a-doodle-doo? That was awesome. Brilliant. How about you guys in chat?
but then let's go to, because you asked the question earlier in your summary of some of those who asked the post in the group. So, well, Marksky, your high was your height, and his low was no vape fest. So yeah, we were missing all the social things, not just the big ones like HOV and Vapor Expo, but also the smaller gatherings. I'm guessing smaller vape meets locally in shops and so on. At least we usually have those here in like a smaller scale. I'm guessing you also have those. The social aspect, both on a bigger scale, but also especially on the smaller scale, I think was missed a lot.
Well, I went to London Expo, didn't I? And there was about 5 people in there, and about 45 staff.
Oh,
so
yeah, I
Jay's
remember
saying that
that.
his biggest
Just because
highlight
people were
was.
afraid of COVID, weren't they?
Jay said that his biggest highlight was meeting some great people in the community. Who did you meet? And his low was confirming that he's weird as fuck. We all knew that late. So no, we love you late. Not late. Jay. Those two are the same. Almost. Dale. No meets this year has been a bummer.
Yeah,
Sorry, Dale.
that's been a
Shy is
down.
saying the Brits release. Agree with that. That's set a scale for a bridge in regards to direct long at least. Cranium mods going into something different than 3D print. Definitely also something I can agree with. And him making a mod with 2 good friends. Lows
Low for me was lack of RDAs,
definitely was a
or lack of
RDAs.
good RDAs anyway.
Yeah.
Ben says that he went a retro a little bit. OG Hussar K from 5 was like something came back into his vaping life in 2020. That's again things going circles in vaping. You all know that. And his low was the Lost Vape Centaurus. I've even forgotten about that, but yeah, that was horrible.
Oh, the Paranormal Mark II.
Matt said that his high was the Har. Kiss ass.
I like
Hasn't been any
Matt's.
real lows.
I like Matt's low. How long it takes Alex to get to a post office.
I don't think that's specifically only for 2020. That's gonna continue. That's indefinite.
Well, my New Year's resolution is to not send this to you.
Oh, Dale, Cass leaving the show. Unsure how that feels. Are we talking high or low?
I'm not sure how he feels.
Unsure how that falls. I think that's kind of what he was saying. I'm not sure. Yeah, it was a bit sad to see Kaz go. We liked Kaz really.
So Diddy didn't miss Expo. He locked himself in a spare room.
Your cat's going for the toaster again.
Get out! Ugh.
Is that where you keep the cat food by?
That
any chance?
is why
in
I'm
the
living
toaster,
with
yeah.
you.
In the toast, not in the toaster. He was going for the cupboard.
Yeah. No, it's actually in the lower cupboard, so I don't know. Actually, oh, it's in there. I think it's beer glasses in there.
Okay.
Lump's high was not getting COVID, and his low wasn't dropping sales by 90%. Yeah, that's.
Sorry, you've got beer glasses for your cats.
Yeah. It's all the rage. Bit cat beer glasses, yeah.
That's awesome.
Is that for,
Did he?
is that
Yes,
for,
Cass
is that for
has
blended
left.
up cats?
Cast left in what, July or June or something?
Diddy's actually personal friends with Cass, isn't he? I don't know if they live on the same street or.
Are all friends personal friends?
I
No.
thought it was the
Or do you mean IRL?
IRL.
IRL? Yeah.
I mean, I'm opening for like fists in the face now. I miss Cass, but that's just me.
Quite like Kaz actually.
He was, yeah, he's
Do
alright.
miss Kaz. Do miss him.
I miss Marksky's photoshops of Cass.
I thought mine were the best. Him, Chandler,
Oh, no.
Jimmy Savile, Sodomy. It was all good.
Oh, sorry. I was meant.
Wait, but let's,
I'd nearly forgotten about that.
I'll send it back to you if you want.
So,
No.
so Chandler, your like overall highs and maybe lows of the year. What's
The low was I don't think anyone disagree with me. The low that all the meets just didn't happen.
Yeah. That was a social thing, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it wasn't because I wanted to go and see what the latest juice was from whoever.
He just wanted a cuddle from me.
Yeah.
He's the new
Yeah.
bloke then. I thought Cass had shaved and lost weight.
Is it about me or you, Alex?
You.
You're the only ginger here, Perkins.
Not ginger.
All right.
I'm strawberry blonde.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this off, and it's gonna be bright red.
Any highs, any products or things that stood out to you during 2020? Something new or?
Products. Yeah. That one.
Oh yeah.
If it focuses, come on camera.
Nibiru.
The Nibiru. There you go.
I thought you meant the mod.
Well, to be fair, the mod as well, but it's the tank. The tank is a freely available. Well, not that this isn't.
Not that again.
Yeah.
You do realise he
Vape
stole
spot.
that? He stole that off Gandalf, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Gandalf's got the dragon version.
Oh,
I've got
okay.
And he's got
this is
a
from
way
the,
longer tip, a way
yeah.
longer wooden tip.
I've got a witch in a wardrobe on order.
That was the next trick, Martsky.
So yeah, no, the Nibiru. I love the Nibiru. The asteroids inside were something new. I can't say I don't know about anyone else because you've got Nibirus as well. I don't notice a huge difference changing them out. But yeah, it's a nice mouth to lung tank, and I've had a couple since, and I keep coming back to that one. So
Patty
it's good.
Bam Bam is an amazing mouth to lung tank.
The original one is.
Yeah, the original. I haven't tried the Unleashed.
Yeah.
It was area, wasn't it?
I've heard the Unleashed is nowhere near as good.
Yeah, it's not. Not for tight mouth to lung. It's shit. Good for RDL. Well, it's all right for RDL. But
I came this close to getting a hat on the Patty Bum Bum. This close.
That was me and your PMs.
Yeah. Mainly because I logged. I was if I'd have remembered my password to get straight in,
I wouldn't have known.
I would have been. Well, you wouldn't have known, and I'd have been in and got a hat. But because I was faffing around changing the password, I managed to change the password quite merrily. Logged in and went. Yeah, I won't use it even if I get it. So I changed my mind.
Why won't you use it?
I direct lung more than I mouth to lung.
Chandler, do you want a Patty Bum Bum V1?
Hey?
Do you want a Patty Bum Bum V1? Martsky's asking you.
I'm asking, but do I want a patty?
What was
pay
the
you
ticket
for it.
price?
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. There you go. Yeah. I look at the moment. I'm direct lunging, and I'm not. I only mouth to lung when I go out. It's all on lockdown. I don't go out very much, so I'm not mouth to lunging as much as I do. And when I do at the moment, I'm taking that Bantam box because it's teeny tiny, fits in my pocket, and Vape's really nice with the Karma bridge in it. So yeah, that's what I'm using, mouth to lung.
Lump is saying that hopefully Australia get their act together and legalize nicotine e-liquid. I saw something the other day about some vendors or some vaping distributors and so on were rallying up to try and convince them that under suitable conditions or restrictions, regulations, whatever, they were trying to get them to unban it, so to speak. But that's a shit show down there. I also, just in relation to that, I saw that there was some publicized like signs in New Zealand right next to it that like I think it was 87% of smokers or something they quit by using vaping products.
They're trying to be completely smoke free by 2022, aren't they? New Zealand.
Yeah, but
New Zealand,
it's the American thing that vaping is a gateway to smoking. Yes, get it off the convenience stores, get it into the special stores. Totally agree with that. But banning it, and it's all about the children, gateway to smoking, blah blah.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's weird Australia because they took such a harsh line on it, and when New Zealand started relaxing things and going, no, it's the way to go rather than smoking, everyone thought, well, Australia's obviously going to follow suit, and in actual fact, they made restrictions. They made more restrictions and made it worse.
Arm greasing.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what's going on in Australia, why it's going that way. There's got to be some... Yeah.
Big pharma.
Money
Big pharma. You can get nicotine, but as Lum says, it's how you have to have a prescription to get it.
Yeah, I mean,
you
nicotine...
can buy it from abroad, I think, can't you?
I can understand. Nicotine's always been classed as a poison in Australia.
Well, you can't legally, like, you can't legally import it unless you have a prescription. Because at first they were like, yeah, we're just going to import it. No.
That's how they were getting around it to start with. Yeah. And then it was after, which made it difficult for people to start vaping because you have to faff around ordering from... People were ordering stuff from New Zealand and importing it in. Yep. There was a lot of online sales from New Zealand. But that's after New Zealand relaxed their laws a little bit. That's when Australia went, no, we'll ban the import of everything.
Yeah, Mark, see, the prescription, it's not easy to obtain. I don't even know if you have, like, some doctors that, you can just pay off to get a prescription, or if maybe they're also getting checked left and right with their prescribing it too. Don't really know, but it's not easy to get that prescription. It's quite difficult, actually. So, yeah. Alex, you must have a lot because you had an exciting year, starting something in what, December 19?
Yeah, it's a high. PayPal is a definite low. I think Mark will agree.
PayPal.
Pain in my ass.
Really happy with how it's gone. The support from everyone. Lloyd, I guess he's a high.
No, I think Lloyd is high.
But no, it's been good. It's been good. It's funny how quickly the vaping industry moves in terms of releasing products, but how slow it is in actually getting those products. That's one thing that winds me up more than anything.
What do you mean?
Well, you say, oh, we've got this new RTA coming out. Okay, we'll have 30 of them. Sweet, okay, cool. This is the bill. Pay the bill. 2 weeks later, where are those RTAs? Oh yeah, they're going in production next 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks later. Any news on those? Oh yeah, they're coming. We sent them. Have you? Haven't had tracking. A week later, tracking comes through.
You're not talking about the Bishop here.
That's
a few.
Don't even get me started on that. There's
I
another
thought something about snow in Italy saying it had delayed them or something. I don't know if that was about that or not, but...
What's that, sorry?
Something about snow in Italy making them not send the orders out or something for the Bishop.
It's come from China, so I don't know how snow in Italy would affect it. Or is that
does it come straight from China?
Yeah, they're made in China.
Yeah, I know they made. I didn't know if it went to them first and they fiddled around with it or something.
Oh, have the guys in Italy claimed that there's a delay because of snow in Italy? Oh, no, it's because Ambition
They
Mods...
showed pictures of snow in the car park. Like, whoa.
There's a lot of products that you see reviews for, and oh, look at this, it's gonna be great, da 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 da, and then it's another 2 months before it's actually launched and you can buy the damn thing. And sometimes, yeah, you're right, the gap between you first seeing it and getting a little bit excited about it and it actually coming out, by the time it actually launches, you're like, oh yeah, that was that mod that I saw a couple of months back.
Yeah, so Shay, hurry up. Yeah, I mean, nothing's really blown me away this year. Really. Last year. There's some good things.
Not the Visionary Penguin or...
Oh, I do love this, but it's excellent, but I wouldn't say it's surprised me, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Your expectations were that high, therefore.
Well, no, I knew how it was going to be because I've got loads of Marco's mods, but it wasn't like a game changer. It's just something that's been done very well, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So,
Whereas, when I got the day one RDA, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I thought, wow, the flavour on this is incredible. This is like something else. And I absolutely loved it. And the Citadel come out, and then I was the same with that. Nothing really.
I think the Citadel got too hot too easily with the original cap. You definitely needed one of the plastic caps, but maybe that's just my vaping style.
What builds you pick? Like a 0.3 in there.
0.25 to 0.3.
You just got sensitive lips.
Yeah.
Delicate lips.
I'm gonna keep Matt happy with something that I've got.
What, a drip tip?
No, ignore the drip tip. Ignore the drip tip.
G-class?
Come on, for God's sake.
I know, like the heart. It's very good.
There we are. I
It
thought
didn't
just
blow me away.
I knew that, it came out in 2020. I knew someone's going to mention the Ha, so I actually have taken it out of the box that I'd put it back in. I thought I'll get it out and give it another go, and it's actually vaping quite nicely. It vapes really well.
What do you vape at, Chandler?
Hey?
What do you vape at on the Ha?
The coil, I'd left the coil in it. I'd taken the wick out and cleaned it, but I'd left the coil in. And that's coming in at 0.32, 38 watts.
38. You see, I get dry hits at that.
So I've got
doing all right at the moment.
I've got a 0.49 at 32 watts.
Yeah, ideally, I usually try and get it around the 0.4. The wire I've got brought it down to 0.32. All right, Mark.
Yeah, that'll be the dry bit.
Oof. Stado.
You see, that was actually on one of my highs. I don't even know. How do I get to the cotton on this?
You
What are you
remember
looking
though, you're in
Is it the heart?
you're in sub-zero temperatures there, so your juice is going to be thick as anything.
Gonna be thick as all
Just,
sorts.
just use an angle grinder.
What are you looking at? What is it? The heart?
You screw off the ring
Yeah.
at the bottom, don't
You
you?
unscrew the ring at the bottom, and then the deck pulls out the bottom. You pull on the 510 and it comes out.
Screw the ring.
There's a ring. Yeah, the bottom ring unscrews.
The airflow ring.
No,
Under
below
the
that.
air.
Oh, I've got to take it off
Very
the mod
bottom
then.
You have to
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to take it off the mod.
Everything's unscrewing now.
Bottom ring comes off, and the deck pulls out the bottom. If I can pull it.
Charlie, did you ever get the I can't wick deck?
Yep.
So what? Turn the ring. Yeah.
I've actually managed to. I've got a half decent wicking in there at the moment, and that's purely because I just didn't give a shit. Just wicked it and dumped it in.
That's clean as anything. Look at that.
How long's that build been?
A while.
How long's the cotton been in there?
It's clean.
Clink on.
Maybe I've just packed it a bit too tight.
The only thing that's really annoying me at the moment is you're never going to see this, or can you? There's a tiny, tiny gap on my SX me.
Oh no!
Just a tiny. You could get a fag paper through that. Just
get a beauty ring.
Get a beauty ring. It's 22, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I've got one on my desk. Marvelous.
Dale never got his hair out of the box.
Never got it out.
Why do you
what?
have Dale then?
Are you hoping to get it signed by Mark and then flip it?
Is it 0001?
Well, the only way it could be worth more is if you got like some dog hair and some custard on it. I would like 10 times the money.
Yeah.
I've got the custard. I just need some dog hair now.
I've had one I've had one natty that came from.
Channel, look
came
at
from
what Diddy's
Upton.
saying. Just use the angle grinder.
Angle grinder on the 510. I just realised that now if I put this beauty ring on, that works a treat, but my airflow is now halved. Damn it!
God, there's no pleasing some people, is there?
To get the angle grinder on the beauty ring.
Right, so some of my highs I've never actually owned. I'm just going on industry. And as much as it pains me to say, because of my pure loathing of said devices, but I am going to say the Aspire Subbox.
Oh,
You look at the amount that are being used.
You mean the mix?
Yeah, the mix. It was the wasn't it the some?
That was the
sub
camera.
box. What was the thing where you can both have it as a borrow?
Place it stock box.
The Sunbox, the Aspire and Sunbox collaboration.
Oh, Sunbox.
mix.
I
Do you mean
heard
the
sub
mix?
box.
Oh
It's
no,
by
not the
mix.
Subbox. Fucking hell.
So I'm just going to grab a drink quickly.
Yeah. So for me, based on the amount of people that have used it, I've never owned one. I sat on the edge so many times and nearly bought one, but then I thought, no, I'll wait for one to come up on Hatters, and yeah,
They don't, do they? The folks seem to
they
hang on
don't.
to
I
it.
think it's because they're cheap and cheerful. That people don't bother bouncing them along. But if anyone's got one that they don't want anymore, let me know. That wasn't a scrounge, by the way. That was a genuine.
So it was a scrounge, basically.
No, I'm not saying I want it for free. I will pay for it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking for a pair of scissors.
I'm looking for beauty rings.
And I have got to say, for me, I'm actually going to wait for Alex on this because I want his opinion. I'd also got the Ha on my high. He says frantically trying to re-wick it. But no, that was also on my high. On my cunt list is the Evo AIO.
Oh, 67.
Yep.
Oh, I was like,
Okay.
Evo, AIO, which one was that? But
Is that the
yeah,
one with the huge tank that doesn't
Yeah.
fit hardly any bridges?
9mm
What?
tank.
With
It
the
has-
shoddy finishing, with the
it fits all the bridges, doesn't it?
No.
Which one doesn't it fit?
Vape shell, bridged, all the square ones basically.
What? I've seen a bridged in one.
Oh, I heard it, that a lot of them don't fit.
Even the
It
truss
does
one.
fit. It fits a vape shell, but it leaks like fuck.
Why
Apparently
is
the
it-
button, you can push it to fire and then you can continue pushing it. So it goes further and further.
But yeah,
Why wouldn't I'm confused as to why would the bridge not fit? Oh, it doesn't take a borrow. It's got its own borrow in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it has its own proprietary tank. It doesn't.
Okay.
But there was a lot of waiting for them.
Oh yeah.
And then when they finally shipped and people finally got them, people were getting them, owning them, and then they were sold the same day. People really did not like them.
There's been a couple posts today about them.
It was one that came from Matters.
Yeah.
I sold mine fairly quickly, and the guy I sold it to sold it on the same day. They got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he?
Because he tried the vape shell. He tried the vape shell in it, and he showed me on a video. He turned it upside down, and juice just pissed out of it, out of the drip tip. It was awful.
I think it's literally the epitome of how not to do things.
Yeah.
Well, Matt Emery is saying he has a mix, and it sends electric shock up his nose from the battery cap.
Stop.
Do you want
No,
that?
that's
one, Mark?
the.
Why are you sticking it up your nose?
No, but the battery
that
cap
was
is
the
on top.
paradox.
That's why maybe it hits his nose when he's vaping.
I know the paradox.
Has he got a curvy
He's got
nose?
paradox, and it was sparkling when he was putting the battery cap in as well.
Nuts.
Ain't got a clue.
Scary.
Ain't got a clue.
Better.
It's rich, but has contact issues. Quite strong because the shape is great and it's
He's
huge.
touching that. Why is he touching that? Stop touching the mod against
Mark, do you
your
have any
nose.
more?
It did have a lot of potential, but ever since he moved production to Stimmy Vapor, all the products I've just heard nothing but bad things about them.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're all pre-order before they're even prototyped, and then it's just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting.
That is how not to do business. To me, that is cunty. And for that reason...
That's like how it happened like 3 years ago with real high-end mods that you paid for and then you waited 6 months.
And for that reason, 67 buds. Get in the bin!
Get in the bin!
Get in the bin. Oh, it's good to see you get in the bin.
Yeah, Matt, try Diddy's advice. Vape in wellies.
Vaping wellies.
Maybe, Matt, you have some disadvantage in regards to your internal current nose. Well, my low of the year, and I know I'm totally alone in this opinion, all the freaking side-by-side mods. I honestly just this, and again, this is my personal opinion. I don't see the reason for them. Just don't.
I see the reason if you've got something like the Corona V8 or a FEV, because they're both ridiculously stupidly tall.
Still no. Then you can just have a smaller mod. It's all about you move the tank down here instead of having up here. Yes, the mod will be taller, but then the setup, I just don't like it generally. I think
I
it's,
can see why people do, but they're not for me.
they're not for me, and I don't like them. There have been so many. And there are so many examples of then suddenly one side is of the airflow is closed off because of the side by side. I know there are solutions to that and whatnot, but the Hades, it's shit. But that's 2021, so different story. We're talking 2020 now. No, I love it. Thank you.
The only side by side I've got is well old.
It's just ridiculous how many side by sides. I think it's like topped when Danny did the Danny side by side. Like you're literally taking the same mod, just cutting off a piece and putting the 510 lower.
Fair play to them.
Yeah,
They saw the market and they've gone for it, and
Exactly.
I'm sure they've sold quite a few of them because people who like Danny's and they want a side by side, they'll buy one.
Yeah, exactly. I don't fault them. It's just the perfect example of, for me, how ridiculously easy it is to just make a side by side mod.
I just want Squonking to come back.
New from the underside, the Martin proof. Get in the bin, shy. My top of the year is this bit of manufacturer, Wick Liquor, and Mark knows more in details why I have had issues in the past with specifically UK manufactured liquids with like the kind of weird aftertaste that I didn't like, presumably this type of sweetener. I think I remember I bought one bottle first time from Mr. Alex and Lloyd because I didn't dare to buy more. And the next order, I think I bought like 7 or 8 bottles or something like that.
You bought a case of 10, didn't you?
No, that was later.
Okay.
That was later. Nylon. So definitely these, especially the apricot, but also to some extent the forest fruit. Didn't quite like the raspberry that much, but for me they're the perfect combination of sweetness and fruitiness.
Well, the raspberry is quite a synthetic raspberry, isn't it? Rather than like a fresh raspberry.
But again, with all juices, you know, there's something for every taste, and it's really something. It's still the hardest thing to advise on. You can advise on like draw and throat hit and so on with devices, but like taste of juices is so individual. So yeah, that's definitely the ultimate highlight for me.
So to recap, 2020, the year of side by sides and pod systems.
Stupid pod systems that you could buy an additional 510 for.
Oh yeah,
I mean what was that all about?
I think you're onto something there, because 2020 was also the year of the multifunctional mods. Not just that, but you know, we remember what's it called? That squonker that everyone had, that Luxotic. So in 2019, they made one that was multifunctional, the Luxotic MF something. You could use it as a dual mod, you could use it as a dual battery, like and single battery squonker, and a parallel and no, not parallel.
They do a modular version.
They were like, as far as I know, the first like did a multifunctional, but in 2020 it was all about, you know, you can do this with it, but you can also use it for that, and we have that. It hasn't come out yet. That one where you can both use it as a billet box, as a board device, and as a squonk device.
I remember that now. You had to change the board out of it though if you wanted to change the.
Yeah. You know the weirdest part, in all the like the videos you saw of it, they had like some kind of a black plastic or like rubber thingy that you put instead of the buttons if you wanted it in full. So that thingy didn't come in the fucking box.
So it's just a hole.
You couldn't change it out to that, even though they showed it in all the videos. Because I was in a store and was helping someone look for it in a box, and it literally wasn't there, and didn't come extra or anything else. It was just stupid.
But the Philippine modders have been doing the modular stuff for a while.
Yeah, it's Ground Cloud, wasn't it? That did like they do. Oh, I don't know if it's released yet, but it's like a squonker and a borrow and a something else.
Ground Cloud did the protocol, right?
Might have been, but I'm sure it was them who were doing that. It's like a squonker borrow device, and you can put a tank on it as well. I think it was them.
Yeah, but that was
it was.
That was the protocol. We had a different one on that. Might have been. What's the protocol?
Don't know about you, but whenever I've got like an RTA that does, it takes dual coil or single coil or this, that, and the other, you just take it apart, put it back together again with this extra deck and blah 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 blah. You never do that, do you? No. You build it up once. It's like the vape snail, for example. So I could take the vape snail. I've got it set up direct lung. Biggest.
You set and forget.
Yeah. Set it up. That's it. It works. I love it that way. That's it.
Yep.
I'm not going to be taking it apart and putting in the tiny airflow and putting in the chimney reducer and banging it in. I just fancy. I know. Tomorrow I'll have a mouth to lung vape. Put all that in mouth to lung and then take it all out and put it back to direct lung. You just don't do it, do you?
It does mean that a much wider variety of vaping styles can be achieved. Therefore, your audience. Or your success rate with your audience is going to be higher.
Yeah. You'll have a lot of people use it. I know for a fact a lot of people use the vape snail mouth to lung.
I do.
Is it just me that in 2020 there was also a lot of that you get everything in the package, but then you actually also pay a little more. I remember when I bought my my basic titanium from 5A's, the 1.1. You could buy just the deck, and I knew I was never going to use the SS cap that came with the standard. But you could then buy the deck at a reduced price and then buy separate caps.
When I bought mine, it come with all the caps, I think.
Yeah, but the way you could buy it from 5A's,
Oh, so you
just,
could do it cheaper by not having everything.
I knew I was never going to use the SS cap because I don't use metallic caps, so I could actually just get what I wanted and then not overpay instead of having to buy the RDA and then also have to buy additional caps if I wanted to. I get that it's about making a package deal and so it's easy, but if I could save 10 quid just getting an RDA and not getting the standard metal cap, if there were other caps available, I would want to do that.
What about buying an RDA and then having to buy 2 separate caps just to get an all blue cap?
Oh yeah, Carlos Carlos from New York, Carlos Avila. He has like so many of those mods. He couldn't even get. He had to buy 2, and it's like he does a yearly picture with all his mods from that model, where he spells out the year. That's how many mods he has. He couldn't even get one like color cap. He had to buy 2. Yeah, I didn't understand that because they would have the same amount of bottom parts and top parts. So,
but I guess then they would need someone else to buy the 2 graphite colored.
Probably
the other top.
Yeah, but
I mean, they should have done it. They should have done a configurator where you can choose the top bit, the bottom bit, choose whatever colors you want. Same, different.
It would make sense because I presume that they're actually taken apart manually and then, assembled differently.
But there's also a bit of a trend now where you buy 2 of a tank or an RDA or something. You buy the stainless steel and the DLC version, and then you swap the parts out. So you've got black stainless steel, black stainless steel, black. Quite clever. Why don't you buy 2 and then swap all the bits out so it looks cool? But we don't sell it like that. You have to buy 2 in order to do that.
Again, each to their own, and I don't think we can disagree that in 2020 we've had the most possibilities for anything than we've ever had since vaping started. There's an abundance of possibilities. Just go back 3 years. How hard was it to get that type of mod? There's been so much more modders. That also means that things are more available. At least that's what I experienced, like through both the industry community and so on. That there's an abundance of. Let's use Frankenskull as an example. Okay, you want a Frankenskull. Why do you want a Frankenskull? They were the original ones that did some engraved resin or not, like Delrin mods. Okay, well, in during 2020, I at least was in 6 different groups of a modder who just did engraved resin or Delrin Squonk box mod. And they pretty much all would do your design if you wanted to even, and you can't get that way even with Frankenskull. So that's just an example of the options have become much wider. People aren't buying a Geppetto anymore for $1,800 because you can get an equally nice and effective and good mod for at least half. Yeah, visionary. Exceptional quality, exceptional.
I don't think you can beat it for the price.
No, and in my opinion, they have the best coating in the industry.
Yeah,
that's the best coating.
What's one of those set you back, Alex?
It's like, is it 480? Like standard? It depends on the wood.
It depends.
Like with most things.
I get a slight discount because I've got a few of them, and we sell as juice. But you know, you can spec them up to €800, but I think bog standard they're starting for about 440.
Yeah, something like that. Of course, if you're getting Honduran rosewood and you're getting the
Damascus tube
and shit, then it's gonna spec out. But yeah,
but he's fair. He's he works out how many hours it's going to take him to make a mod. And then he takes the average. He actually uses the labour rate that he used to charge when he was just doing woodwork. He used to work for doing furniture, and just uses that labour rate, and then that's how he generates the price. And that's why it's not inflated and it's fair. I think, anyway.
No, that's fair enough. Right, shall we jump on to vape, sell, bin?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the time?
Yeah.
Vape, sell, bin. Let's have a look. Right, should we start with the Rinko?
Oh. Chandler, are you ready?
Oh.
Rinko.
Get in.
Get in.
Which version's that?
The jelly.
It's Jelly Box.
That's the jelly box. The single battery.
Oh, the Jelly Box Mini, actually, that one is. I think.
I'd vape it just because LEDs.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
quite show in there,
Exactly.
but it glows. LEDs.
I'd vape it. I would vape that.
Definitely vape.
Do people realise that that is completely clear perspex clear, and you can see the insides,
Yeah.
and it flashes like a fucking dirty old man?
Yeah.
You can turn that off, though, can't you?
That's why I like it,
I like it.
because it's just
When
it's a breath of fresh air, because it's like quite a good
Guy,
looking
why would
mod,
you want to
but
turn
made
off
ridiculous.
the LEDs? Come on, why?
Plus the fact you can get it in a smoked a smoked effect glass, and you can get Ultim, yellowy pissy one.
When you got them
So the
coming in,
button-
Alex?
We ain't. It's Rinko. I like the button as well. It looks like it'd be comfortable to actuate.
Actuate.
2.8.
Oh,
It does.
that's a new term we're gonna have to start using more. So I've changed out the actuator on this one.
I want a mod that makes extremely obnoxious sound when you fire it.
That probably does.
Cass, did you just smell your fingers?
You need to get that Vismic one that plays music, the loudspeaker.
So it goes dip 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 dip. Guys, did you just dip your fingers? Right. So the consensus
Vape.
is we're vaping the jelly.
Nice.
Very nice. Right.
I'm running out of desk space, so I can't even type. Hang on.
Should we do the Aspire?
The tank.
Yes.
And there we go. The Aspire 9th tank.
9th tank.
Well,
Stock coil or RBA or RTA, isn't it?
What coils does it take?
It's not the Nautilus, it's the other ones.
Get in the bin.
Yeah, it's not Nautilus. Can't remember what they're called.
Well, the coil's dependent on my voting, so you better remember.
Is it me or is it?
Atlantis coils or what? Don't tell me they're making new coils.
Is
They're not
it,
EUCs, is it?
They're not new.
is it me or
I
is
don't
it?
think it's EUC if it's an Aspire tank.
is it
Yeah,
you,
true.
Mark, or
Well, you never know. Maybe it's been
It's
coils.
the AVP Pro coils.
Okay, it's going in the bin because I don't know what they are.
Is it me or is it a little polystyrene ball escape from the packaging?
just
You see it?
yeah. Just inside that little round hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to vote on this one.
Oh, go on then, Mark. Let's see. What's he putting? Oh,
Selling it.
it's getting.
Been in this
What's it
one.
worth? Do you not like the knurling at the top?
I don't. Oh, I'd not
I
spotted
mean, that's
that.
knurling light, isn't it?
Oh, that is
Or
that
is
is
it?
knurling light. Yeah.
Diet
Yeah.
no.
Is that
Yeah,
like
dying
the,
knurl.
is that like the V2?
Yeah. Look at that. I mean, it's not expensive. I think it's about 20 quid, is it?
And now we
Oh
have
no,
it.
6 quid.
Our consensus, almost 80%, is get in the bin, motherfucker.
I'm not surprised.
Next.
Next will be the Limelight.
Whoa, that's a big picture.
It
Oh,
is.
the little
what
diddy
she
one.
said. Oh, you've gone for new stuff.
Yes.
What?
It's the mini wicket.
The Mono Light 18350.
Available at Steam Island.
Yes.
How much is one of those?
Not ridiculous amount, I don't think.
No, about 100 and odd.
Was it the RAM?
Yeah, the RAM chip, yeah. Yeah, 150.
Be cheaper in Delrin.
Yeah, the only ones they've got there are all the stab versions.
You know what would be crazy if you bought that one for 150 and then bought the Lazy King for 130 and put that on top? That would be a crazy expensive setup.
If it was 18650, I'd vape it, well then you just buy a wicket, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
There is an 18650 version though, isn't there, of the light? As far as I
Well,
know.
there's the one about where they haven't cut the window in the door.
There's like a RAM 18650 one in there.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Ah.
I think it's modular as well, so you can like take it apart and make it a 350, I think. I think that's true, unless they said it was modular, but they might have just meant the chip. I'm not sure.
I think that's just the wicket that's modular. You can change out the chips.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get a DNA to put in my Dicodes one, because Dicodes can get in the bin.
There we have it. The Wicket.
Still,
Could sell it.
getting sold.
Who's selling it?
Everyone.
I sold it.
Nutters.
What would you do with it?
Vape it.
Really? It's
If it was-
18350.
Yeah. It's
You won't be
perfect
vaping it
for
for long.
It's right, Maftalo.
I've got big
Andrew
hands.
or
though.
YouTube, feel free to vote. I know there's a huge delay, but feel free to vote if you want. We'll try to account for it.
Right.
The
Next then.
THC Torrent
Ooh.
THC Torrent.
NTL RTA.
Oh, that is ugly.
It's pretty
Okay.
bad, isn't it? It's fucking.
Where's Bin? Why is Bin not on there?
No.
And it's even got lots of knurling, 3 stages of knurling.
Why is it just vape cell?
I had the
'Cause-
torrent
Oh,
RDA. and
shit.
I've kept the packaging because
Sorry.
that's the only nice thing about it.
I'm going to run that again. I missed the bin.
And the bin's going to be needed, I think.
Right, those of you that voted, please vote again.
And start your vaping. Your vaping? Start your voting.
On your vaping
Now.
by voting.
So what's so extraordinary about this then?
It's hideous.
Yeah. They've made it as hideous as he possibly can.
It's an RTA, so you can't.
Kind of reminds me
rebuild
of the Atlantis, like with that weird looking
Cage. Yeah.
cage.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that it's mouth to lung and it's got 6mm holes, I presume on both sides.
it. Wow.
Mm.
Guildfly is
I
our
think
only
it's got quite a
vapor.
few holes under the coil, I think. So it's not going to be great from mouth to lung, unless you're American.
Dripped it looks right though. Looks straight up an Enduro T18.
So
Yeah.
oh, it's got a honeycomb airflow underneath the coil, apparently.
I
Well, that's
used
gonna be
honeycomb. I don't
really
want
good
to
for a
breathe
bad
through
flow.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a shower head sort of under the coil.
Okay, they've got to be really tiny holes to be of any.
Oh yeah, they are.
use
They are
whatsoever.
tiny. Yeah.
Yeah, but they need to be like 0.1 holes.
Yeah.
And what's
only
the point? Why
Only
would you
like
call
8
it?
of them.
Why would you call it the THC?
That's their brand.
That's the name of the company.
They're called THC.
Oh. On that
Okay.
note, then.
It's
Sorry,
like Tauren something.
the torrent is getting in the poo bell.
Yay! It needs to.
Proper binned. We need a sledgehammer option, I think.
Does he want to come down?
Jay Hayes
Yeah.
option.
No, that's just a normal hammer he uses.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, it's not even.
Hmm.
It's not even a sledgehammer. No, he's not. He's not. You know, he's not crazy.
Right. Next up, then.
The damn vape mongrel.
I can't get who let the dogs out. And that's Mongrel.
Mongrel.
okay.
Oof, oof.
It's that clear cap that gets me with with mongrel on the side.
It looks like it was designed by a 10-year-old.
Look,
think
look
the
at that!
mongrels
Look
are-
at that font they
Yeah.
used. Come
I
on.
like the
The
font.
worst font.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I like the font as
no.
well. It's like a graffiti font, but not on that. It looks. Oh.
It's going to be a bit cloudy though, like, isn't it?
Is it?
In it, bruv.
You can't see the airflow.
I'm hoping that's a dripper, not like a bottom feeder, because it's
Yeah,
gonna
so
leak
the-
like hell if it's a bottom feeder.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Out
you can
there.
squank on it.
You can squank on it.
I think so.
No one releases an IDA nowadays without a pin,
Without a
do
square
they?
call.
No. I'll just bin it.
Well, I want to know where Chandler put it.
Up the ass.
Harsh. I put a 1.
No, not harsh. Ass.
Of course he did. Of course he put a 1.
Vape it.
Apparently,
Vape it
it's
on.
loud as fuck. Well, there's quite a few vapes on that. I'm gonna add to the
Apparently
stats.
it's loud AF.
Loud as fuck.
Now they fit.
So
And
it's
for that reason, for that reason, my mongrel, you're getting in the bin. Shut the bedroom door.
Ah, my cupcakes.
my captain.
All right. So next,
Yeah.
undercodes.
Next is the Undercodes Insider. Side by side.
Side by side, Mark. We know what Martin's going to do.
I think you'll appreciate this.
No, we've had this on the show. I brought this on the show because despite it being a side by side, I actually think it's kind of classy.
Especially with the DLC knurling.
I liked. Did you not notice the typo? That was the reason. One of the main reasons that I chose it. It's not just knurling. It's nurkled. It's not knurled. It's nurkled.
Oh,
It's like the next evolution of knurled.
Why is everyone vaping it? What is wrong with you lot?
I would totally vape it.
I'd vape it, and I
No,
don't really
fuck-
like the
fuck
idea
that.
of a side-by-side.
No, not having that.
I like nurkling.
Nurkling's the future. It's 2021 version of knurling.
Good bit of nurkling.
If you want to
Yeah.
nurkle, you go into the woods and nurkle away.
Oh, yeah.
Nurkle Perkle.
Or move to Germany.
No,
Took a
but
second there, didn't it?
Everyone.
this is the new
likes-
version, right? Because they're doing the mech cider at the moment, and this is the regulated
This
one.
is the previous version. They don't make it anymore, I don't think.
But then it's not by undercoat. Then it's by.
They did the one they did after that was the Aventador, I think, which went down like a sack of shit. No one
Wasn't
liked.
that Core Design who did the inside?
It was no, it was well they called it Undercoats, didn't they? Because it was like a collaboration, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think
Well,
there's a lot of vaping.
Is that the one with the slanty bit that everyone can get?
Yeah,
Everything can
it
get
sort of
wedged?
looks like it's on the piss, but it's not. And it's knurled. But you don't have to have it knurkled. You can have it anti-knurkled if you want.
Can I have it turkled?
You can have it turkled, knurkled, furkled, all the colds.
All colds. It's a cold design.
Under knurkled.
It looks like it's been sprayed with fur.
Yeah, it's got like some sort of engraving on it, I think.
Is that what it is? It looks like
Yeah.
prepubescent fuzz.
It's a bad.
Can you
Yeah,
see-
it's a bad picture that.
Or is it?
Matt, Core Design was Alessandro Bellucco. Undercoat is Alessandro Bellucco and Alessandro Bisori. So 2 Alessandros.
For the
So
price
maybe
of
they
one.
just joined up forces and.
Great name, that.
Alexandro Benurkled.
Yeah.
Be knurkled.
They're Italian, so I don't presume they would have last names like that.
How lickle is it?
Very lickle. Lickler than that.
Nicola.
Lickler than that.
It fits in your hand.
Yeah, it's very small.
It's a one-handed mod.
Quite lickle.
Rather a two-handed mod.
Quite
Yeah.
lickle then.
I hate those two-handed mods. You know, it's just,
Well, actually, it's funny you should say that because the next one may very well be two-handed mod. I've saved the best to last, hopefully.
Come on then.
The last
I'm
one.
excited for
Oh, hang
this.
on, hang on, hang on,
This is
hang
a
on,
good
hang on,
one.
hang on.
It's the RSA mod.
Hang on, hang on, hang on,
Hang on.
hang on.
Wait for it.
Looks quite sharp. Looks as though you might be able to prickle your finger on it.
Is it Nurkled?
Wait, what
No.
was the vote mark?
Bin.
No, it wasn't.
Shh.
I love it.
Right, RSA. There we go.
If you don't like the vote, just pretend the opposite happened. You're
Exactly.
taking after Donald Trump here.
Exactly.
Oh,
Live in ignorance.
Recount. Can we have a recount, please?
and it has a pulse on it, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God, what's that?
I'm pretty
That's
sure
one of
we've
the
got
best I've
we've
ever
got a
found.
pulse coming up on Hatters in the next few days. I'm not sure if it's a 22 or a 24, but there's definitely a pulse.
What is?
Is it 24?
That. You want it. You want it, Chandler, don't you? Admit it.
Do you know what? I'd vape it just because it's so fucking weird.
Bizarrely, yes.
Where's the fire button?
Probably on
Was
the
it-
side.
Or is
You
it drawer
just squeeze the
activated?
entire mod.
Yeah.
It's that
nuts.
soft.
What?
How would you get the bottle out?
What? Presumably, you take the battery out and it drops out through a hole where the battery comes out.
It's probably a hole through the bottom.
Looks to me like a cycle lock that you put round your wheel.
Yeah. It's a giant padlock. Where?
Yeah. Vape / padlock.
Phil, look at the bottom.
I'm undecided. Fuck it,
Where's the battery go? Yeah, the battery is across the bottom.
See, so there's customization options there, really, with panels and, you know.
Come on, who hasn't voted? It's neck and neck.
Ooh, I
I'd like a stabwood version to it.
Hang on, look, I've got to. I've just got to try it for shits
Hi,
and giggles.
Phil. Phil woke up. Hello.
Oh yeah, it's shit.
Phil, we're ready for round 3 now.
Oh, and Shy's fucked it.
Shy, what? Oh.
Are there any YouTube votes we can put towards it?
See if it reached. Andrew, please vote. We need your vote on something at least. We hate calls.
Just don't vote for Cell, because that'll screw it up as well.
Yeah, okay.
We've just got to wait 15
When you're
minutes
watching
for
this
an
in
answer.
like 40 seconds, 103, please.
Thanks, Phil.
Phil's trying to do a Trump and put another vote in.
Oh, is he? Oh, all right, okay. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Phil, where the fuck does the battery go? Can you see the battery? That green thingy in the bottom?
Yeah.
Channel, it doesn't
candle
work
holder.
for you either.
Oh, it's hideous, isn't it? It is hideous.
bad.
And the finish on it. Look at the writing. I didn't realise that those holes were supposed to spell RSA mod.
RSA mod, yeah.
Yeah.
Quality workmanship.
Look, I tell you what. Look, shall I help by? Can I change my vote to a bin?
No.
Oh, bollocks!
Well, Charlie, you just have to get one and vape
Gonna
it.
have to be a tie.
Yeah, it's a tie.
A tie.
What is wrong with you people?
What did you vote for, Mark?
You bin the Tauren, but you keep a plastic box of shit.
Oh, that's amazing! It's just so
It's
big.
like like one of those water bottles for running.
It is, yeah, we can put your hand in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, imagine holding that and firing it, just like... Fucking hell. That's pretty bad. It looks like it's made of styrofoam.
It's just a 3D print,
Well,
isn't it?
All that wasted space. You need to get like 2 or 3 bottles. You've got room up there for like.
You can
7
get a
more
big
bottles.
oval bottle like that in the middle, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You get that soy sauce
A
bottle
good
in there.
25
Yeah.
miller.
You can get 50 million there. Bollocks. You might even get 120 ml bottle just to fit in there as well.
Yeah, that was the V2. You just get a fucking chubby
Oh,
gorilla and fucking...
Yeah.
Fucking
Martin, you have been warned, Martin. Fuck off.
There you go.
Are we ready for round 3 now? Come on.
Oh.
Can autofocus. What's going on with the camera today?
Phil, we know we just woke up for the after show.
And that, as they say, is that.
On that bombshell.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Is that the same as a biscuit?
Biscuit.
Yeah, it's just called a cookie in, the USMDA.
They have biscuits. They call a bread roll a biscuit, they?
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
a cob?
That's wrong.
Not a
Gravy
fucking cob.
biscuit. What's a gravy biscuit? I mean,
A bun.
A gravy biscuit's what you feed dogs, isn't it?
Pedigree fucking chum biscuits.
I swear we feed our dogs.
Gravy bone.
I swear that's what we feed our dogs, other than arsenic.
Exactly, Matt. It's not a cob. It's a bread roll.
Matt, get in the
it's a
bin.
barm cake.
It's barm cake, lad.
Rolls along because they have been rolled.
That's a bag of wet.
No, because that's
Not that much, just slightly rolled.
Fuck's sake.
and it's
Bread.
not a balm. It's not a fucking.
It is barm cake.
Tea
It's not a
cake.
cake. There's no
Tea
fucking
cake?
sugar in it, you gimp.
There might be
Okay.
sugar in it.
What?
Starty cake.
Cake.
It's a fucking cup.
It is a fucking cob. Thank you.
Right.
Cob. Cob.
On that note,
Oh.
Mark.
You get corn on the cob.
Isn't
What-
there-
what's that?
it-
Corn in a bit of in a bit of
Cob
bread.
is a crust- a
If
crusty
you wish
cob.
to follow this discussion, please join us in the after show.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bread Talk UK.
Yeah.
Please join me, because otherwise I think I'm gonna murder them if they keep on discussing that shit.
Isn't there a sandwich shop that's called? It's called an effing cob. I'm sure there's
What do you call it, Martin?
bacon.
That's a topic we will discuss in the after show. Mark, I think we're done for tonight. Also time wise,
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much for joining us.
we'll see you next Tuesday, where we won't sleep late.
No, we'll definitely be here on time.
Yes. I will
It's a
too
cob.
next week.
It's a cob. It's a cob.
No, cob is what corn comes on.
Adios, motherfucker.
Say bye.
VTUK.
It's a fucking cob.